Greetings, fam. Welcome to Let's Reason with Elizabeth. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to my channel to join our conversation on marriage, spiritual life, and night dreams. God bless you as you do. In my previous video, we discussed about the difference between spirituality and religion. And I mentioned in the video that you can be spiritual and not religious. You can be religious and not spiritual, and you can practice both. So today I'm going to be emphasizing more on spirituality because our weekly conversation on this channel is based on spirituality and night dreams. So let's dive into it. So I'll be emphasizing more on spirituality today in this video. Spirituality. We have different types of spirituality, but I am going to be talking more on Christian spirituality on this channel. Christian spirituality, because I am a Christian and I am spiritual, and I need to talk about the type of spirituality I practice. I do not want to talk about other types of spirituality because I don't practice them. So the one I practice is the one I'm going to be talking about. So I'm talking basically on Christian spirituality on this channel. So whenever I mention spirituality, anything concerning spirituality on this channel is going to be Christian spirituality, because that is what I practice, that is what I know, that is my experience, and that is what I can teach people about. So Christian spirituality. So let me emphasize more on spirituality. Spirituality involves recognition of a feeling, a sense, or a belief that there is something greater than oneself. There is something greater than being just human. It involves exploring certain universal themes such as love, compassion, wisdom and truth, life after death. Spirituality is beyond being human. It's feeling that there's something more greater than this world. It is connecting with something more greater than being world. If you remember in my previous video, I mentioned that spirituality is connecting with the divine. It's connecting with the divine. So spirituality is not just about, it's not being religious. I am 80% spiritual, 20% religious. And that is how it is supposed to be. As a spiritual, if you claim you're a spiritual person, your spirituality will carry 80% of your life, and you can give the 20% religion or whatever. So you can't claim that you are a spiritual person without being fully spiritual. It is not by going to church. It is not by singing in the church. It is not by walking in the church as a worker that proves that you are spiritual. It is by connecting with the heavenly. It is by feeling the heavenly. It is by hearing and sometimes seeing what is beyond human imagination. And it is by what? Walking in the commandment of the greater being, the supernatural. So to be a spiritual Christian, it means to be led and live by what? By the Spirit of God. Allowing God's Spirit to guide us. Allowing God's Spirit to dwell within us. And not solely rely on your logic and intellect. You don't rely on yourself. You don't rely on your logic. You don't rely on your thinking. You live by the Spirit of God. You do things by the Spirit of God as God leads, because you listen to directions from God and not just on your own decision. That is being a spiritual Christian. So if you've been claiming that you are a spiritual Christian, you need to ask yourself, are you being led by God's Spirit? Do you allow God's Spirit to dwell within you? Did you allow God's Spirit to guide your decision? Hope you don't make decisions on your own, for yourself, by yourself. Hope you don't rely solely on your own logic and intellect. You need to ask yourself before you can claim a spiritual Christian. And these are the facts. As a spiritual Christian, the first thing that would fill your heart as a new spiritual Christian is the fear of God. Let me explain to you. If you have not seen the wondrous work of God, if God has not shown you the sign of how marvelous and how wonderful He is, if you haven't seen, you need to see it before you strongly believe. You need to see. But if you are spiritual, you will see. God will show you, even though you can't see God, but He will show you how wonderful, how powerful He is, either in your vision, either in your dreams. You will surely know. And this is what will make you fear God. Genuinely, honestly, it is not 50%. You will fear God completely. God has shown me how powerful He is. I saw it, and that is the reason why the fear of God fills my heart. If you haven't seen, if you haven't heard, if you are not connected with the divine, you might not fully know the kind of God you serve. You might not fully know how powerful what you are serving is. And that is the reason why most of Christians misbehave. Because they don't really know what they serve. They don't really know how wonderful and powerful the God they are serving is. But once you are spiritual, once you live your life as a spiritual person, 80% and maybe 20% goes to your religion. And not just put religions on your head. Don't put religion on your head. Be connected with what you serve. That is the most important thing. If you are connected, you would not misbehave as a Christian, because the Spirit is going to lead you. You are going to live all your life in the direction of the Spirit of God. So being spiritual is not just worshiping under any religion. It's by connecting with what you serve. It's by knowing what you serve. It's by seeing what you serve. It's by understanding what you serve. It's by living in the direction of what you serve. But that is that on Christian spirituality. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for deeper knowledge on marriage, spirituality, and night dreams. Bye.